'Twas the night before, the night before, the night before, the night before Christmas, and all through Charm City, the flock was aflutter with visions of sacking Brock Purdy. A Christmas Day game, the Ravens are taken to the Bay. The top two MVP candidates, a smackdown we will lay. The NFL season is winding down, it's nearing its conclusion, you know what I mean. Let's just be glad the Ravens don't play basketball, or they might be getting choked out by Draymond Green. It's the Just A Bit Outside radio show Christmas Spectacular. You got Mark, you got Keisha. Keisha, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, outsiders? Man, special big ups, fire. Mark in here dropping bars. And I swear to God, yo, you get better and better every year with that. I was salivating, waiting to hear how you was going to open up the show tonight, man. That might be some of your best stuff.
Thank
that Draymond Green one, man. That was fucking great. That was great.
Thank you.
That was great. Oh, my goodness. Yes, yes. Welcome, welcome, guys. Welcome, outsiders. Happy holidays to you. Whatever you celebrate, we salute you. It's a great time for family and friends, and tonight is no exception. We here at JABO, we have a lot of MVPs, usual suspects that tune in and listen to us every week, and we consider them guests also. We consider them part of the quote unquote Jabbo family,
Oh yeah.
right, Mark?
Yep.
So, like I said, tonight, the holidays are all about spending time with, the ones you love, and tonight we're going to do that.
Absolutely.
And, this is our Christmas special, and we are going to spend the majority of the show just a bit outside the realm of sports. I mean, of course, we're going to get our little tidbits in because we have to, but, this is the Christmas special, so we're going to talk Christmas shit. But first and foremost, let's go ahead and get it out the way. What's going on around town? Man, it's been quite a week for the 410. We had Mariah Carey and Lil Wayne over the weekend. I went to the Mariah Carey show, Mark, and it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, it was everything I expected, and she brought out such a diverse crowd. I mean, you had people that were freaking in like prom attire.
Really?
I mean, really doing it up, like dressed up in like sequins and sparkles. Like really formal, and then you had folks with the denims on and the boots, and a little bit in between. You had the young, you had the old, man. I mean, it was really a great crowd, and everybody came in the holiday spirit and the sing along. Everybody was singing along. The DJ that she had to open up for her, man, he was awesome. I mean, he pretty much went through every decade and played the hits. So there was a little something for everybody out there. He really set the stage for Mariah. And I mean, what can I say? I mean, we all know that Mariah is legit one of the queens of Christmas. I'm pretty sure she's up there with sales for her Christmas album.
Oh, definitely.
I'm not going to say number one because I don't believe it's number one, but I know that she's in the top 5 all time. So it was really nice to see her and sing along and hear some of my Christmas favorites.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, she brought her daughter out there.
Really?
She brought the brat was out there. I mean, like, she had a couple of guests and everything. It was a really well put together show. Big shout out to Mariah Carey. I did not get to see Lil Wayne. Wasn't feeling too well the next day.
Oh no.
But no, man, I missed that one. But I heard it was a good show. I did hear from the socials that he put on a good show, and like I said last week, I knew he wouldn't disappoint. Definitely did. But the big thing this week went down actually yesterday at Coppin State University. There was a basketball game. I was lucky enough to be courtside for this basketball game, and we had a hometown hero coming back from the Bayou because it was Coppin versus LSU ladies college basketball game, and that featured the big time hometown sensation Angel Reese, center for the LSU Lady Tigers, lived in Randallstown, went to St. Francis, which we have had, staff on the show come through. You know how much we love St. Francis, Mark.
Oh.
We had the Bayou Barbie in the building. We had Flau'jae Johnson in the building. It was a beatdown. It was a beatdown, Mark. But it wasn't really as bad of a beatdown as I thought it was going to be. I was expecting like a 50, 60 point blowout. And it was only about 30 points. I would like to, really give a shout out to Coppin, the ladies basketball team, the coach, for really hanging in there with them because, They really did. I mean, it was insane because they were LSU outsized them in every position, man. Like seriously,
Yeah.
those girls are so huge. I walked. One of my takeaways when I was leaving was that you just really don't realize how big these girls are until you see them in person. You know?
Yeah, I saw your picture.
Right. I'll talk about that in a minute, but yeah, I mean these girls they were huge. I mean, they had one girl. I swear to God, she was like the size of Shaq when he was in college. You know what I mean? Like she's so huge, man. It's crazy. But big shout out to Coppin's staff. They really handled what was a sold out crowd. Mark, this line was wrapped around the gym. I mean, I had to park at Montgomery Mall across the street and walk over.
Really?
Like it was, yes, it was that many people out there. Stood in line, took about 20 minutes for me to get in. And there were people online because ESPN covered it. It was on ESPN Plus, so they had some posts and stuff today about I mean the biggest thing was like the line. There were so many videos of how long the line was, and considering the circumstances, considering the size of the school and everything, I really felt like they were running a tight ship. Yeah. If you ever go to, and I want to clear some things up because there's always some dumbass trolls on the internet, right? Always got some smart shit to say. But if you ever go to a sporting event, professional sporting event, concert, depending upon the size of the concert, a 20-minute wait to get into a venue, I would say that's pretty standard.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Yeah, right, exactly. And I mean, and this is with people going through metal detectors and, checking bags and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, if anybody's looking at that line and saying, oh, they weren't doing what they were supposed to do, but that and third, blah, 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 you're grossly mistaken because like I said, that staff, they were fully operational, they were efficient, they were running a tight ship. And yes, the line did look long, but I was only in line for about a good 15 to 20 minutes, which, again, I said that is pretty standard no matter what you're doing. Okay, sometimes you stand in line longer to get on a damn roller coaster. So, I would really like people to STFU when it comes to, talking about Coppin staff and everything. They were absolutely fantastic.
That's nice.
They were great. Yeah. Game itself, like I said, it was, I had courtside, so I was right on the front row. Took a lot of great videos. And, Bayou Barbie, Angel Reese, she put on a show. Dog. First of all, she had her face like fully beat. She had makeup on. I'd never seen that before in my life.
Really?
Yeah. It's so fun. Like, I didn't even realize until somebody pointed out. They were like, man, I think she got blush on her cheeks. They're like, wait a minute, I think she's like, it was like some college kid. This girl's face is beat. Oh my God. I'm looking at her like, holy crap. These children are so, they're built different. They're built supersized different. And it's so funny. But it was crazy. It was crazy. Tank, Gervonta Davis, the boxer, he was out there. He walked right past me. Wes Moore was in the building. Old college comrade from Frostburg State University, Senator Antonio Hayes. We had him on the show once. He was also in the building. So, there were a lot of who's out there to come see the Bayou Barbie match. He brought everybody. Wow. I swear to God, it's like half the 410 was out there.
Sounds like half the state, Westmore.
Yeah, man, it was great. It was really great. I got a chance to catch up with a good comrade of ours, Mark, at Coppin, Stephen Kramer.
Oh,
the
okay.
director of athletic communications. I know you remember him.
Yep.
Stephen was instrumental with us getting our very first NCAA Division I college. Um, what would you say, like event project, if you will? We
Yeah.
covered. What'd you
100%
say?
genuine press passes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Gave us the press passes, the carte blanche for Coppin's basketball team. Big shout out to the coach and Genesis Lucas, who later came on the show, and so he's still there. He's still going strong. He told me to tell you hi. I was able to catch up with him and talk with him. Um, I was also able to make it back in the locker rooms, like waiting area after the games. I was able to take a picture with Flau'jae Johnson. Got videos of course, Angel Reese, Kim Mulkey, which is coach of LSU, and her assistant coach, that tall Morticia-looking kind of lady. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She was there. It was really it was an awesome night, man. It was an awesome night. Definitely legit the biggest game, college sporting event of this whole year, man. Like it was legit sold out. Tickets were being sold online for like $75 a pop. It was crazy, man. It was really crazy. I really enjoyed myself though.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I didn't realize the game was on so early because I was like looking for it at night and saw that it was already final.
Yeah, the game started at 6 o'clock. Game started at 6 o'clock, which I was kind of glad because man, I was dumb tired. But when I walked up in there, man, I got that second wind. It was so much energy going down in there, man. And big shout out to Coppin, man. He did it real big last night, and I had an absolute ball.
That's awesome.
Absolute ball. Let's keep it moving. Let's get festive. Let's go ahead and get festive. It's the holiday. Did you get a chance to take a look at Candy Cane Lane?
I did watch it.
Okay, great. Because I watched it for a second time. Okay, and let me just start this little tidbit off by apologizing. Okay, well, the first time I watched it, I think I missed like the first 15-20 minutes, which was very important in the story, and I didn't fully grasp what was going on. But the second time around, I watched it in its entirety, and I actually enjoyed the movie, yo.
Did you watch this at someone's house?
Yes.
Okay, because I was gonna say, how do you miss 15 minutes of a streaming movie?
Yeah. I watched it at my folks' house. I came in on them watching the movie, and I just sat down and it was like one of those things.
Okay.
But then I watched it full time at home by myself.
There you go.
Yeah. So what'd you think?
I liked it. Very enjoyable movie. I don't think it's like one of those instant classics like Elf or something like that, but I think
right.
Definitely gonna check it out. Maybe watch it again this year, but like every year it'll probably make the rotation.
It was funny, man, and it definitely had its funny parts.
Oh yeah, I mean it's Eddie Murphy. You got to expect that.
Yeah, it was current. It had some issues that I guess should be addressed even during the holidays. It was a nice wholesome movie for the family, man. Nice wholesome movie for the family. So I stand corrected with that. Movie was actually not as bad as I said a week ago. Speaking of movies, Mark and I would like to give our top 10 Christmas movies of all time. For us, this is our own personal opinions. We love the Christmas movies, and I would also love it if you guys would put your favorite Christmas movies in on the feed too. I know we're popping on YouTube and Facebook today, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So we'll take a look at. I'll keep track of any Facebook comments if we get any, and Mark, if you want to do the YouTube, maybe we can split that up.
Okay.
But Mark, how about you? Do you have 10, or do you just have like, how you want to do this? You want to do your 10 and my 10, or you just want to do it all together?
I guess all together, like alternating. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me put a little list up here. Okay. I'm all set. Let's start off with you, and I feel like we're going to. I feel like we might bump heads on some shit here, but I guess let's start at number 10. Let's start at number 10.
Start at number 10. Well, I'll be honest. Like, my list is not in any particular order. It's just kind of looking at what's what. But I'll start off with a classic. Got to watch it every year, and that's like the old school Boris Karloff cartoon, The Grinch. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
OG Grinch. Okay, ding 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 ding. OG Grinch is definitely on my list, and you know you gotta include that. That's gotta be in the top 10. It's gotta be in the top 10. Yeah. And last week I talked about a remake with Benedict and Keenan, and how much I love that. But nothing compares to the OG Grinch.
Yep.
And you watch that movie as a kid, it takes on one kind of meaning. Then when you watch it as an adult, it takes on like a whole nother meaning. And you find different things to laugh about as you age.
Oh, definitely.
Like for instance, Mark, the dog Max. The dog Max did not really become hilarious to me until I got older.
Really?
Because yeah. As a kid, you don't really notice that, the dog Max is like really getting his ass kicked, and that he's looking at the camera every once in a while, like, what is this mug doing, and why is he doing this to me? Why is he doing this to these people? I mean, like, all those little subtleties, you really just don't. I don't think you really grasp as a child, and you begin to appreciate Max a lot more as an adult.
Yeah, like the things that you might laugh at as a kid that happen with Max are more like slapsticky, but then there's like the subtle stuff that you notice as an adult. Yeah, I can see your point.
Yeah. So, yes. Okay, so I love that. We got the OG Grinch popping off. Okay, so I'm with number 9. I'm going to continue on with kind of like the animated theme, old school animated. Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah. That's absolutely on my list. It's one of my favorites of all time. I'm a huge fan of the Christmas Carol story overall.
Yeah, me too.
But that, like, ever since I was a kid, that was my favorite version.
Yes. Yes.
And just to like throw like a little side story.
Sure.
When Reese was like really little, like 2 or 3, I recorded that on DVR at Christmas time because I didn't have, like, it wasn't streaming or anything. They didn't have streaming back then, really. And like, he actually loved it so much. Like, we were into the summer, he was watching the DVR version.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's great.
And I was all for it because, like I said, that's my favorite version.
Yeah. And honestly, like the Christmas Carol, the original story itself, it's kind of adult. It's a little advanced.
Yeah, absolutely.
And big shout out to Walt Disney for coming up with that animated version to make it more digestible for the younger generations, man. And not only just that, but the adding the little comedy in there. Yeah. I mean, Goofy as Bob Cratchit was, he was funny. Him falling down the steps, doing his signature yell, those type of things like that. You know, and if you're our generation, our age, that is, I think that's almost everybody's in everybody's top 10 Christmas movie, because, like I said, it just did a really good job of telling that story, and we were all like super kids when it first came out.
Yeah,
So I'm pretty sure it has a soft spot in a lot of people's hearts.
absolutely. It better.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. All right, Mark, you are up for number 8.
All right, number 8. I think I'll get it out of the way. it
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
it is a Christmas movie.
Oh, I knew it! I knew it!
Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho!
Oh boy!
You can't go wrong with Die Hard.
All right, there it is. There it is. And I think this is the most controversial, debatable Christmas movie of all time. Of all time. Yippee-ki-yay, mother. You know the rest. How about that for a Christmas slogan?
And I'll give an honorable mention, not taking up a top 10 spot, but Die Hard 2 is just as much a Christmas movie as Die Hard 1.
While I was looking up, while I was doing my research, just to make sure that I wasn't forgetting anything, it popped up on a couple of best Christmas movies Christmas lists. It popped up on there, and it did make me think. I guess it deserves a place in there in the Christmas movie rankings,
Hell yeah.
as it is being a Christmas movie. There's another one that I think that is probably up for debate too. I'm not putting this on my. I don't have it on my top 10, my own personal top 10 list. But you know what another one is, Mark? Gremlins.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
Because sometimes, like, it gets thrown in with kind of like Halloween-y type of things too, because they're like little monsters and shit like that. But I really do believe, first and foremost, that it's a Christmas movie.
Oh, definitely. It takes place at Christmas time, and like the whole setting is Christmas behind it.
Yeah.
Love Gremlins.
Okay. All right. So that was number 8. I'm gonna go ahead and do number 7. This is something that's a little more current. Came out in 2006. Mark, this movie is called The Holiday. Have you ever seen that movie?
The Holiday.
It has Jude Law, Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, and Jack Black.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
That is one of my favorite Christmas movies, and to me, one of my favorite Jack Black acting performances. I mean, it was a really cool story. You got a girl and got a lady in L.A. living and a lady in, I believe it was like London, and they swap houses through this like online exchange program for the holidays, and they fall in love with local guys, and the music plays a heavy theme in there, and the old golden age of Hollywood. It's a really good story. If you guys have not seen it yet, The Holiday, and like I said, Jude Law, Cameron Diaz, Jack Black, Kate Winslet, really good movie. One of my favorites.
I can't say that made my top 10 list, but it is a good Christmas movie. I will give it that.
All right. Okay, so what was that? That was number 7. All right, Mark, you're up for number 6.
One of my favorite Christmas movies, and really I discovered it like in the last 15 years or so. It's a little bit older than that.
Okay.
But The Family Stone.
Oh, yes! With my girl Diane Keaton. I think Cameron Diaz is in that one too.
Is she? I haven't watched it this year yet. But I'll probably watch it this weekend.
Family Stone is definitely a good one.
What's her name? from Mean Girls, and
No, not Cameron Diaz. It's Claire Danes. Claire Danes.
Claire
Sarah
Danes.
Jessica
Yeah,
Parker.
she's in that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Rachel McAdams.
Yes, that's who it is.
Yeah, I like that one. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that was a good one. Good one. All right. I'm up for. You did 6. I'm gonna do 5. Scrooged.
Yes.
Bill Murray. Come on. Watch that every year. And to me, one of the funniest Christmas movies made. I mean, we talked about Mickey's Christmas Carol. Scrooged also has Alfred Woodward in it. Bobcat is in it. It's hilariously kind of dark comedy-ish spin on the original Christmas Carol story.
Yep.
Great movie. I mean, Bill Murray plus the holidays, liquid gold.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
That's
Hell
definitely on my top 10 list as well.
Okay, good. I think we're doing really good here. Doing really good.
Yeah, I think we're in the territory now of like stuff that we've already watched this season, and like you watch it all the time during Christmas.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Mark, hit us off with number 4.
You can never go wrong, and I think this is like currently my favorite. Like I said, my list is out of order. It's not ranked, but I know I've watched this the most this month already, and that's Christmas Vacation.
Oh yes, yes. This is also a movie that is timeless, and it will take on a new meaning at every stage in your life.
And there's just so much stuff that happens in there.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You might have noticed before. You might have noticed it before, but you forgot about it. So, like, it still takes you off guard.
Yeah.
Like, every time I think when he's daydreaming about the pool, like, I'm like, oh, yeah. It's just such a random scene out of nowhere.
And again, when you're young, you go for the slapstick. Oh, it was so funny when they went little what do you call that? Snow riding, sleigh riding on the little dip.
Yeah.
Put some grease on there. Grandpa's hair and back catching on fire. The squirrel jumping out of the tree. But then when you get older and you start working, that whole Christmas bonus situation and how he lost his shit about the Jelly of the Month Club, it just takes on a whole new meaning,
Absolutely.
Takes on a whole new meaning, dog.
And when he's like standing there,
and how Eddie goes and rankles up the boss, which is like watching what you have wanted to do to your own boss, like watching that come to life on screen. Like, I mean, it's great. It's a great one.
When towards the beginning of the movie, when the boss talks to him, and then like everyone's passing him Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah.
That's right.
Like, and I forget, like, go to hell or something like that. I forget what he says. But like, that's what you're thinking in your head in that real life situation. But you don't say it out loud like he did.
Yes, it's great. It's great. That is just another good one. Okay, so that was number 4. I'm on number 3. And again, Mark is saying we're not going in any particular order. Dog, I'm going to put Elf up in there. Will Ferrell. Oh, there's so many great one-liners in that one.
Absolutely.
My favorite thing is, Santa! I know him! You know what I mean? That is my all-time, favorite line. And, Christmas Vacation, Elf, I abuse these every year.
Hey.
I abuse them every year. I watch them over and over and over and over again. Like I said, there's just so many things in this movie that you can just continue to laugh at, and you may forget about, and it just comes back full force with every viewing. I mean, it's great. It's great.
And it's just like, it's a typical Will Ferrell movie that just is so ridiculous. It's
right.
warming and cheerful, and it's a total Christmas movie. But then like they're in Central Park, and Santa's like talking about how they were on the naughty list, the Central Park Rangers, and it's just so ridiculous, but it's so great.
Yeah, yeah. And oh god, Faison Love as the over the top like Christmas coordinator in the mall. This is great. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so that was number 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go with number 2. What you got? I think we should have the same thing for the last 2.
Probably not, because I'm going to throw you for a loop.
Oh shit, I love it. Come on.
Because I know what you might say is earlier on my list, so it's like it's on my list, it's just not mentioned yet.
Okay.
But one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, and I do go back and watch the OG black and white, not the crap colorized version, but Miracle on 34th Street is just such a magical movie.
Okay. Yes, that is a classic. That's a classic.
I think I didn't like the remake for so long, but now I'll watch it every year.
Yeah.
And like I'm just this movie weirdo that did you know there was actually like a 1955 remake that no one knows about?
Agreed.
If you go on, like, there's a TV app called Freevee. It's owned by Amazon. So like if you go on the Amazon Prime video app, it's there too.
They suggest it for you.
There's a 1955 Miracle on 34th Street remake, and I watched it. There's just stuff that's cut out. You're like, okay, why didn't they do that? But it tells a story.
Can we also just do an honorable mention for number 2 also and put It's a Wonderful Life on there?
Okay, yeah.
Because, I feel like, back in the day, those two used to always come on TV together.
Yeah.
Right behind each other. So we're going to group those two together.
Hell yeah.
And of course, number 1, we all know, number 1 is You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. A Christmas Story. That's another one that just takes, it just stays with you through every stage of your life. Great story about a kid that just wanted to have a fucking rifle, and he finally gets the rifle, and the one thing that everybody told him, you'll shoot your eye out, happens. But that this whole time you go through, I guess it's like a week before Christmas, all of the things that you went through as a little kid, just watching it in this old school, like 1960s, what's it about, 1960s setting?
Yeah, probably like 40s.
Okay, even further back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, my favorite line from that one, again, it's the father as he's having one of his, Kirk out moments, because this guy could he could put up a string of expletives with some of the best stuff that you've ever heard. But, he had this lamp. It was this sexy leg lamp with the fishnet stockings that he won. And, the lamp became a big thing in the house because, of course, the mother hated it and the father loved it. And the lamp breaks and he screams to the wife, "You used up all the glue on purpose." It's my favorite line from Christmas Story, man. It's so funny as he's like holding the pieces of this shattered lamp together. It's a great movie, man. Great movie.
And it's so quotable. Like there's so many different lines. Everyone remembers, of course. Oh, fudge! Except I didn't say fudge.
It was another one. Fragile. Must be Italian.
And you say that every time you mean to say fragile nowadays.
Yeah. Great movie. Also very dangerous because we had the tongue to the frozen pole thing.
Yeah.
Which gave a lot of dumbasses some brilliant ideas. It's everything in there. going to the Chinese restaurant for dinner because of the bumpuses. Oh God, that thing!
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch that. I usually do not watch that until Christmas Day because I know TNT will not let me down, and they run that 24 hours of A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Every year they do it every year, and now TBS does the 24 hours, I believe, of Elf. So I wear those. I wear those out. Yeah, wear those jokers out.
Hell yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And last year, on straight streaming to Max, they released like a sequel to Christmas Story.
Yeah, you know what? I have not watched that.
You haven't?
No.
It's a whole lot better than that direct-to-video sequel that they tried to make a couple decades back. Yeah, it was actually a really good story, and I mean, not equal to the original, of course, but it had like a lot of original cast members, and it's gonna go in that rotation every year now.
Cause it's like Ralphie got the original Ralphie on there, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And a few of his friends too are the original actors.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't checked that out. Okay.
Now, since we're doing honorable mentions, I think probably on each of our lists that were skipped over because of the way we alternated. You can't go wrong with Home Alone.
Of course. Yes. Any other honorable mentions?
That's it that I got.
I got one more if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I have what do I have here? Babes in Toyland.
Babes in Toyland. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. I used to watch that every year as a kid. Mark, I have a soft spot for musicals. So that was one of my favorites for the holidays. Babes in Toyland.
Wow.
That's also very old school.
Yeah.
Very, very old school. And in my family, we would go see the play at the theater every year too, as a family when I was younger. So
really,
yeah, yep.
Is that streaming anywhere? Do you know?
No. I would have to look. I would definitely have to look. I used to pull it up on gosh, what was that? Cinema HD.
Okay.
That they used that, but I don't even think that's even any good anymore. They've kind of shut that down.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't think I've watched Babes in Toyland since I was a kid.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll give it a shot now that it's on your top 10.
Yeah, man, it's in there. I think we hit everything else because I had It's a Wonderful Life on there. We spoke about that. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, let's keep it moving since we're making lists and checking them twice. How about we do another list? And this is in regards to the dreaded or beloved, depending upon what your position is with your job, holiday party. You want to do these holiday parties, do's and don'ts, Mark?
Yeah, because there's
okay. All right. You want to kick it off, or you want me to kick this one off?
Yeah, I'll give you the number one don't.
Okay, go ahead.
Because I've been at some office parties and I've seen it happen. Don't drink too much.
Yes, that is the number one don't. And you know what? You can take this don't and branch this off. I'm gonna just expound upon. Mark, if you don't mind, I use this don't to talk about a few other things.
Okay.
Okay. So, when it does come to the holiday party, and if you are so lucky to have open bar at your holiday party, if you know if you know that you're a drinker and you like to turn up, what you do want to do is set a limit with yourself before entering the party.
Yep.
Okay. If it takes you 6 drinks to turn into a complete freaking animal, set your limit at 3 or 4. Okay? Because, you just do not want to be that drunk mug at the party, because the next day everybody's going to talk about you.
Yep.
Everybody is going to talk about you.
And especially like if you're a boss, then the employees can be side-eyeing you a little bit more.
Yeah. Yes, I've seen both situations, actually.
Me too.
Okay. Holiday party, do socialize. Hang out with your work bestie. Rub elbows with your work mom or dad if you got one of those. Yes, you do want to socialize with your coworkers. Okay, what you don't want to do is talk about 3 things: politics.
Number 1.
Huh?
Number 1.
Yes, you don't want to talk about politics. Number 2, religion.
Yep.
Third one, race. These are 3 things that you should most definitely not talk about at the holiday party, because you never know. First of all, everybody's drinking, everybody's starting to get loose and friendly. Something a little PC or something unacceptable or offensive might come out. So you don't want to talk about those things. Okay? Alright? Okay. Next, do and don't. Do. Dress festive for the occasion. It's become acceptable to wear the ugly sweater. Okay? You might want to wear some of those classic plaids. Those fucking lumberjack button-ups that they have out there.
Flannels?
Yeah, flannels. There you go. You do want to do that.
Hell yeah.
You don't want to comment on somebody else's ensemble. Okay? And I'm saying this because I learned the hard way.
Oh, no.
All right? Yes. Great story. Got a good story for you kids. So I work in finance, and I was at this company. I'm not going to say the name of the company, but holiday party. Senior VP, somebody that's real, high up, and everybody's like, gets all crazy about, and Mark, I'm a very extroverted, social, butterfly kind of person.
You?
Yeah. This is one of my great all-time put my foot in my mouth moments in my career in finance. I see the senior VP, and he has the sweater on and everything like that. I had a couple of drinks. We're talking, everything. How's everything going? And I say, hey, Mr. Such and Such, you didn't. I like your ugly sweater, but you didn't look like the kind of guy that would participate in the ugly sweater competition.
Oh my God.
This guy says, I'm not participating. I think I was about 32 or 33 years old. It was like 10, 15 years ago.
Wow.
Okay. From that point on, I made it a point to myself to not comment on employees' ensembles at the Christmas party. It's just a simple, you look great, or you look very nice, you look very festive, and keep it moving. That's safe.
Wow.
That is safe.
Yeah.
Okay. You got any other do's or don'ts, Mark?
Well, kind of going off your do be social, but if there's activities, do take part in activities.
Yeah.
Where I work, like they enjoy their activities. They love doing it, and where you are extroverted, I am introverted, so I usually don't. But one year, like they were doing all kinds of things, and one of them was musical chairs.
Oh shit!
And
right. This was at the holiday party.
At the holiday party, yeah, and
after people have been drinking and stuff. Oh, that's
yeah.
Great. I love it. I freaking love it. Yes.
And it was musical chair for the guys only, And because I think
Oh my God! I know that was a clusterfuck of a situation.
where I work, there's definitely like a ratio of way more women than men. So like they wanted to get
Okay.
the guys involved, and people have been drinking. Some people ended up sideways on the floor, but
Oh my God.
I laughed my ass off that night and had a good time. So do take part in activities.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I'm going to also piggyback off of Mark's. Do take part in activities. Okay? Do participate in gift exchange.
Yeah.
Don't get some shit that you wouldn't want yourself. Point blank, period. Get a good gift. You know, there are a couple of things I've seen floating around on the internet where people receive some pretty crappy ass gifts. The Secret Santa or gift exchange. So do participate. If you do the gift exchange, don't do some shit that you wouldn't want done to yourself. I think I saw this one video where this guy opened up his little gift from the gift exchange, and it was like a little box full of candy. And some of the candy, I swear to God, looked like it was from Halloween. He was seriously upset, too. Like, this guy went on like a 2-minute rant about this shit. It was crazy.
Wait, those orange and black candies aren't for Christmas, you mean?
Yes, like you're, like it clearly looked like it was from like Halloween. It's so fucked up. But yeah, there we go.
Since you told an embarrassing tale about yourself,
Okay.
I will give a little embarrassing tale about myself.
Okay, good.
And
Love it.
playing on that is a don't when you are doing the Christmas gift exchange. Don't talk about the deals that you got, knowing that there's a limit to how much you can spend. Because one year, I took part in the Secret Santa gift exchange, and like a week or so before, I was like, oh yeah, the gift I know this person really wants it. They've mentioned it, and Target had it on sale, so I saved like so much money. It was just a CD, but I saved like $5 or something like that. And yeah, that's the person like, she found out that I had saved money, didn't spend the full amount on the gift, even though it was like full price, like full price. It qualified. She got me the same exact thing, and actually like included the extra $5 that she had saved to meet the limit.
Oh, you are a supreme a-hole then. I think that's better than mine.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's great. That was a good one. That's better than mine, I think.
I think I'm turning red now over it. Jesus.
Oh man. Okay. All right, we talking about Christmas traditions and everything like that. Mark, there is one tradition that is going on that I'm really unfamiliar with, and I think there may be some other people out there that are unfamiliar with this too, but it sounds like it's been going on for quite some time and a lot of fun. Outsiders, Mark made this post about Whamageddon, and I have no idea what the hell he's talking about. And if there are any other outsiders out there that is clueless about Whamageddon, and this has to do with the highly popular group, George Michael group, and Wham from the 80s. Mark, I want to give you the mic and the airwaves, if you will, to explain to everybody exactly what the hell is Whamageddon.
I was shocked that you hadn't heard about it, for one.
Yeah, man, and you know what? I'm feeling a certain type of way because I like that song, but please fill me in on what this is.
So, Whamageddon, like you said, Last Christmas by Wham. It's a very popular Christmas song. It gets played a lot on the radio. And essentially, you see how long you can go in the Christmas season without hearing it played. You're not avoiding it. It's not because you hate it or anything. It's just a fun little thing. The official rules, they're up there on the screen now. but it doesn't start officially until December 1st. So like the week between Thanksgiving and December 1st, when stations start playing their Christmas music, it's fine to hear it then. You can hear remixes, you can hear remakes. I've heard several different remakes this year. Like I never knew Jimmy Eat World made a remake, but it was fine hearing that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's just the Wham version, and there's been years that I got out on December 1st. There's one year I actually made it all the way to Christmas, and I won Whamageddon. This year I did go out about 3 days ago. I want to say now, the 18th.
Okay.
I ran out to Dunkin' Donuts, and on the way back they played it on the radio.
Yeah. Gotcha. Oh man, I love that song.
And actually, I looked it up a little bit, and it turns out it was like a group of friends that created it like 20 years ago, and just having some fun. It was just a fun thing, and like I guess a guy in the friend group made a website for it for him and his friends, and that website has been spread, and now it's like the official Whamageddon website, and
That is hilarious.
they sell merch and all that good stuff. So yeah,
That's awesome. Good stuff.
yeah.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Let's jump back into the realm of sports because we got a game that's getting ready to start. And I want to talk about that, of course. It's Thursday night football. You guys know we're right on the heels of the playoffs in the NFL. There's a lot at stake for a lot of teams going down this stretch. And I think one of these teams, well, maybe both, because the NFC is such crap this year, might still have a chance at getting at least a wild card spot. We got the New Orleans Saints on the road against the LA Rams. Really quickly, Mark, let's just give our picks for tonight.
Let's see. The Rams are at home, favored by 4. Both teams 7-7. It's such a toss-up. I know when we talked earlier.
You know what we do about toss-ups.
when we talked earlier, well, yeah, I'm gonna stick with what I said earlier. I said that earlier, like the Saints had some good wins earlier in the season, but they kind of crapped out. So I'm gonna go with the Rams on this.
Yep, me too. Like Mark said, the game is pretty much a toss-up. I think the splits, like as far as America picking, it might be like a 15-85 or like 12-88, something in that range. I do think that it's not going to be a resounding win for the LA Rams.
Yeah.
I think that it could probably be less than 4 points actually. But I agree because one of our golden rules here for the bookings, toss-ups always go to the home team. Tonight will be no different. So I will also go with the Rams. We also really quickly, we got another game. Can I do an honorable mention? Yeah. Another easy money pick for them. Tonight at 9 o'clock, we have the LA Lakers taking on a red-hot Minnesota Timberwolves team. Anthony Davis is in a lot of fire for fucking with an OnlyFans. That's what you get. Something about abortions and paying $100,000. There's a lot of drama going on in Minnesota right now. A lot of drama going on with the Lakers too because they've only won one of their last 5 games since raising the in-season tournament banner. They've been playing like crap.
Wow.
Yeah. So these are two teams that I think are pretty evenly matched. And it's going to be a good game. I am going to jump out on a limb here and say the Lakers get back on track tonight for another easy money pick.
Okay.
All right. We're going to close things out for the holidays here at JABO. The kids have been making their little wish list to Santa, and teenagers, everybody's been making lists, whether it's to Santa, to themselves, to their partners, spouses, whoever. And we here at JABO would like to share our wish list, our JABO wish list, with you outsiders. So we'll alternate on this one as well, Mark, and I want you to kick this joint off. So, what's the first item on your JABO wish list?
JABO wish list item number 1 is that in February we're celebrating a Ravens win.
Yeah, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. That's the biggest. I think that's the biggest item on the JABO wish list. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Yeah.
Super Bowl win. Very good. Very good. Item number 2, and this kind of has to deal with item number 1, but it's a stepping stone to get to number 1. Can we beat the crap out of the San Francisco 49ers on Monday, Christmas night? Okay. The San Francisco 49ers are a great team, but I do believe that Brock Purdy is getting more MVP attention than he should. And I feel like this will be a good test and also a good game for the Lamar Jackson for MVP campaign.
Okay.
It'll be a good stepping stone.
Now, with that in mind, I have to ask, because I know my line of thinking here. You always say it's hard to beat the same team twice in the season.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather lose to the 49ers now and beat them in February.
Yeah. If we're gonna follow that logic, I can see what you're doing with that. And you're absolutely right. I do say that. This season, I feel like I'm gonna stray away from that one because I think we can do it twice. And off the strength of this defense is just so fantastic, and also the Lamar Jackson that we're watching right now is the one of the best versions that we will ever get of him.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think that we have the tools to be able to accomplish that feat.
That last game, man.
Oof. Holy freaking Christ. I honestly, the one pass that he made, the running jump pass, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Best play of the year. Hell yeah, I'm going to say that. Best play of the year. And really illustrates how athletic, how accurate, how much of a quarterback, quote-unquote quarterback, not running back, that Lamar Jackson is.
Oh, yeah. And the escapes he made.
Yeah.
Ducking down and, wiggling away from people. It was crazy.
Yeah. I think there was one point where Chris Collinsworth broke down the play where he had shook like 4 players.
Yeah.
While moving around. I mean, he counted it off for everybody. It was awesome.
Yep.
It was really awesome that, God, Chris Collinsworth was on Lamar's wheels. I mean, he could not say enough great things about Lamar Jackson during that broadcast. It actually made me laugh. It was good. Okay. What's the next item on the JABO wish list?
The Orioles, they got their deal done. With the stadium. So now that hurdle's out of the way, the next thing is to go deeper in the playoffs than they did last year.
Okay. All right, that's a good one. It's a real good one, man. I like it. All right, damn, that was on my list as well. Let me. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, even though I know it's definitely not gonna happen. But I would also put on my wish list for those DC franchises to stay in DC.
Oh wow.
People are just saying Northern Virginia is just a little bit down the road, but it's kind of far from me. And you know how much I love going to Wizards games.
Yeah.
That really, really hurt me, man. There's hurt behind that.
Plus, they're so important to the city of DC.
They are. Come on. Really. Come on.
I mean, technically it's just a couple miles down the road, but
Yeah.
The city limits matter.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, yeah, there you have it on that. You got any other items on Jabbo wish list?
Nope.
Wish list?
That's it for now.
Okay. All right. I think I pretty much let me take a look at the menu, make sure I served out everything that I have here.
I do have one thing I want to share.
Oh, I have one more too. Go ahead.
Well, can you see the screen?
Let me see here.
Or
Okay.
if not,
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. What's on there?
let's see. So last year we had Jane on the show, and she was unavailable this year. Shout out
I
Gina.
got it.
Shout out Gina. We love you. And Reese is part of the family. We did a few pop shows with him, and it's something that he wants to get back. So with that in the spirit, I wanted to do something for the JABO fam. And this is gonna be janky as hell because the operating system isn't working with me. But let's do this and this and this. There we go.
That's great, yeah. That's great. And I think that's perfect. Like us as the DJs. I've seen Jane on the dance floor. That's pretty accurate.
You're gonna have to roll it back later. That way it's pretty creepy.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm gonna have to. Jane is at an event tonight, so I'm gonna have to definitely tell her. Her and Miss Nona can check that out. That was really great. It's awesome. Really quickly before we close it out, you guys. Last topic. What will be the best Christmas game of the year? I think this is the first time that it is the first time the NFL game will be played on Christmas. We all know that the NBA usually rules Christmas Day. We here at JABO are going to be very biased and say that the football game will be the best game of the day, beating out the NBA this year.
Easily.
All right, I'm about to say agreed. All right, you guys, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in with us tonight. We know that the holidays are a very busy time of the year, and if you tuned in, we really appreciated the love. As always, you can come back and check us out on YouTube and Facebook at any time. Facebook, we have our own page, Just a Bit Outside, radio show dash Jabbo. On YouTube, it's the same, and you go back and listen and share the link and share that love for some good holiday laughs. You guys have a great holiday. Give hugs. Share love, man. Make the world a better place. This is the time of year to do it. And let's all be cognizant that there may be people out there that are struggling right now. So be that light, be that love, and enjoy your holiday with your family and friends. I am Keisha, and on the other end of the line, as always, my favorite slice of pizza, Mark, and we are just a bit outside. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy
Peace.
holidays. Merry Christmas.
All right now.